No matter how many times I hear that sound, it never gets old. And the aquatic ruin zone, one of the most forgettable parts of the game. Also annoying because if you make one wrong move, then you end up in the drink and you regret it for the rest of your natural born life. Fortunately, every Sonic fan knows stay the hell out of the water and take the upward route. At least this game was merciful enough to give you an upwards route. A lot of the other ones don't. Hydro City is possibly the best designed water level because it makes you go into the water but doesn't make it uncomfortable. You're going so darn fast at the time that it really doesn't matter. Sorry, I was scratching my nose at the point, so if you'll forgive the bling bling bling. Also, Eggman has taken a lot of time to flipping custom make his face into all of these arrow shooting things, which I guess are really cool traps, but still, how long has he been planning this assault? It's just, won't people have noticed that there's a big fat man who's taking all of these ancient ruins and putting his face onto it? Call me weird, but if somebody was walking around South Africa doing that to the Aztec ruins, I'm pretty sure that somebody would have noticed, stopped him, and called the authorities. But seeing as Mobius/Earth doesn't have any authorities, they call Sonic the Hedgehog, because we all know that police forces are incompetent, and hedgehogs are, well, the best. Yay, I'm underwater, swimming with arrows and shark things. They're everywhere. And I gotta get some freaking lungs in me. It's very nice of Sonic Team to put these wonderful little air bubble things in, despite the fact that they make absolutely no sense whatsoever. I don't know about you, but if you saw a big massive bubble floating through the water, would you be able to swallow the air out of it? No, you'd be swallowing the water around it. And given that this is ancient, murky, nasty water from Aztec ruins, it would be full of gunk, full of salt, and full of nasty crap. Sonic would be dead within hours. That's, not bringing in hypothermia and all that, but hell, he goes through ice cap ruin zones and all that, which I guess we won't get to because we're not playing Sonic 3 and Knuckles, we're playing Sonic 2. Which is all the better because it's the shortest game. And here I go waiting at the thing again, sucking in all of that beautiful, beautiful murky water, which, by the way, you can see all of these plants in the background growing on the side of the... It's disgusting. I mean, there must be dead moss hanging around in every flipping gulp of that air/water. Hey, we're back up at the top, and the mosquito robots, which are possibly the most effective killers of all of Eggman/Robotnik's army. It makes no sense on that scale either, because the tiny things without any weapons can do a lot more damage to you than anything normal, because it's the same thing, but there are more of them. And now we have his stupidest design ever, which is to smack Aztec ruins with a hammer, which will cause more arrows to come. Unfortunately, you're able to jump onto the top of one of these at the very, very, very start of the battle, so really all you're doing is whacking him on the head until he falls over. What a dumbass. I may like to note that we're 12 minutes into this and I'm already on level 4, whereas on the Sonic 1 one, I was 20 minutes in and still on Marble Act 3. So, I'm glad that I decided to do Sonic 2 instead. Do Act 2. La na 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 na. But Donald Duck, he's got style and some philosophy, but most of all, he's got you and me. Hey everybody, to Donald Duck, he's the craziest duck without luck. It's time to get through this level, which always reminds me of Donald Duck. And I don't know why it's built like this, but this is some tripped out bull crap. there you go. Speed Shoes destroying all of my rhythm. But hey, I'm betting that anybody listening out there would have enjoyed my little singing. No, you really didn't, did you? But seriously, I have actually thought of the lyrics implying Donald Duck for a while, and I was surprised that going onto a Sonic fan site a couple of years back, I'm not the only person who has noticed that, which simultaneously intrigues and terrifies me. So we're going through the most nonsensical design of all of the levels, because it's actually built like a big massive pinball machine. It's not bad enough that this is built like a pinball machine in the 2D ones, but later in Sonic Heroes you got another stage which is built the exact same way. And you got to wonder, why the hell would anybody build this? Why? Also note that despite the fact that this is supposed to be Sonic's first trip to South Island, his name and Miles' name, despite the fact that he's not supposed to be a hero yet, are plastered all over the damn place. Which I guess is slightly better than the Spring Yard, which has the word cope everywhere. I don't know why the word cope is everywhere, it just is. Deal with it. So, yep, there are little slots which give you points which don't do anything. Your little lottery machines which can give you rings, I guess. Lots of pinball shooters, which are pretty nice, I guess. And, of course, that wonderful little billboard at the end which has Eggman's face, Tails' face, and Sonic's face on two sides. How? We'll never know. So, we go on to Casino Night Act 2. But Donald Duck... Sorry. Anywho's, we continue through this level as any others, hitting our very large red springs and getting shot into the air to hit onto these little tiny green burger things which turn different colours and disappear after 3 hits. I guess that would be a wonderful installation for the Casino Night Zone's sponsors, who obviously are just as drugged up as Yuji Naka and the rest of the Sonic team, so we can forgive them for putting pinball things in explodable burgers and tractors which have neon lights and bumpers and everything, designed specifically for Sonic to go through. I guess because his name is everywhere, the citizens knew he was coming and decided to build this thing. Or, once again, Eggman has been designing traps which encompass entire freaking landscapes, specifically to fight his one foe. Which I really think would go unnoticed, especially seeing as, like most of the levels, there is a city in the background. A very large city, which seems to be on the ocean somewhere, because you can see the reflected neon lights on the water. I don't know, I guess they think it's amusing that Sonic is going to fight Eggman in this place. They got lots of pictures of Sonic and Tails built into the walls as well, which is kind of creepy. If this was your first time visiting this place, would you really want to see your name and your face flipping plastered onto the walls in neon lights and everything? This is just creepy. This is psychological freaking warfare. Eggman's gone too far. I'm going to have to take him down. Unfortunately, this is the level where Tails is just that extra bit of a bitch, because once Tails hits him, you go through him and hit his bomb and die, which apparently just happened to me just then. Yeah. So we're going back through the final part of the level, which won't take too long, hopefully. Sorry about the dead noise, but I'm just going through the same bit again, and unless you want me to talk more about the burger things and the wonderful little jackpot machines, which, by the way, if Eggman did design this specifically to fight his enemy, why did he put all of these wonderful ring gaining bonuses and point bonuses and everything, which would certainly benefit his foe? I mean, I know there's giving a sporting chance, but there's also being a masochist, and seeing as Eggman's already been destroyed once, and, well, this is pretty far into his grand map of Sonic killing devices, he probably assumed that he's been owned a couple of times by the time he reached this place. Helping him out is probably not the top of his priority list. Anyway, now that I have hit the checkpoint right before getting to Eggman, I might actually be able to beat him first try.